I struggle quite a bit when it comes to trusting God. And by quite a bit, I mean I usually don't trust Him. I hope you weren't expecting a fake video because I'm about to get uncomfortably real. You know, there are a lot of people that compare themselves to biblical characters, such as Abraham and David and Moses, and the list goes on. But if I'm being honest with myself, I usually compare myself to Peter and Thomas. Peter was reckless a lot of the time. He saw Jesus right in front of him, and he still lost focus. And then he denied him in fear of his own life. And I'm just being honest with you when I say that at times I don't feel myself to be any better than him. I've been reckless and misplaced my passion for God. I've seen God move a lot, and I've still lost focus and began to drown. And I'd be a liar if I said that I never hid my faith with the intention of fitting in. And then there's Thomas, who saw a resurrected Christ right before him, and he still had to see the holes in his hand to confirm that what he was looking at was actually true. I've seen miracles that you wouldn't believe. But even after seeing them, I still doubt that they're going to be lasting. Why I'm like this? I don't know. Does God talk to me and teach me lessons in the midst of my doubts? Of course He does. Listen, God has done so many things for me that I didn't trust Him to do. And I can almost hear Him say, I did this for you not because you trusted me, but because I need to show you that you need to trust me. And I always ask myself the same question. When will I learn? Here's an example. I feel that as a man and as a husband, my biggest calling is to provide. Hence, one of my biggest fears being not being able to provide. Now, financially speaking, times have not always been kind to us. And ironically, financially speaking is where I struggle the most to trust God. Yet here I am sitting in my house where we really haven't lacked anything thus far. I feel like we all just need to calm down and stop thinking that we can do things better than God. Because truth is, we can't. Like, even every day that I wake up and I don't even pray, I just go about my day. That's me not trusting God, but rather putting trust in myself, thinking I should be fine. Now, that's personal. I'm not saying that you have to. I recommend it, but you don't have to. So take it from someone who's probably doubted God every step of the way. He's gonna come through. Now, I just got pretty vulnerable with you guys, so do me a favor. Share this, like this, and comment down below where it is that you struggle the most trusting God. Let's encourage each other. God got this. So do we.
Who was interested first? Who said I love you first? Who's more protective? Who cleans more? Who eats the most? Who spends the most money? Who is most likely to start an argument? Who falls asleep first? Who is more annoying?
Do you know how many people are depending on you to stop overthinking? Like, at what point do you just go for it and realize that there are lives at stake for what it is that you keep twiddling around with in your head, for the thing that God has given you that you keep downplaying? Like, do you not realize how many people are going to need to eat the fruit of what you've produced? You didn't go through all that pain, all that crazy, all the things you learned, and even not painful things, but the education you invested in yourself, the time, the commitment, and the years of work for you to continue to sit on your gifts. There are people who literally have question marks where you have answers. Stop overthinking. We need you. Bye.
Y'all, Noah's Ark was off the chain. Like, look at the entrance. And then the ship, the boat. Oh my gosh, it was huge. And then they had these beautiful plant animals or grass, whatever you want to call it. They were made out of nature, and it was beautiful. And look, the boat. Look how freaking big. The closer you got, the bigger it got. Here's me telling y'all ready to come along with me on this journey. And then this garden, breathtaking.
I was feeling all the jungle vibes. The beam was made out of a tree. Like, it was so cool how they used lanterns for light. This was like how they fed small animals. This was so beautiful and so detail oriented. Like, look at the freaking toes, y'all. Like, the clothes. Tell me these don't look like actual real people. It was so freaky, so cool though. Like, I cannot believe the amount of effort they put in.
This is how we need to be every day.
Again, the amount of storage that was on this boat, you guys, was like mind blowing. It was so cool. Like just the infrastructure and just like, again, the lanterns. That is so smart. I learned so many new things, you guys. Like this was so educational and it was so cool just reading. Now, in this next one, I thought it was so cool how they only brought like the babies of things, which makes sense so it could fit. Look how massive. Like there was like 4 or 3 floors of this boat. Like literally used trees as beams, if that tells you. Now, these graphics were so gorgeous, like the colors. And honestly, this was probably my favorite part because I cannot wait for having y'all look at them. They look so happy. Look at the animals. That's how it's gonna be. And like, could you imagine? Like that is, again, the engineering on this boat was insane. Like, look at this, how they feed animals. Also, their animals look too realistic. Again, the storage, you guys, it was so smart. Like, look at how, like, now in this next clip, it gets a little crazy, but it's hilarious. But just imagine, like, being in this boat, like, at any time of the day, hearing all the noises. The details on these animals, you guys, they felt like they were real. Once again, the engineering. It's the engineering for me. Like, look at that.
Many people still love.
Yo, this was so creepy. The eyes were moving. I'm telling y'all, like, oh my gosh, like, it was so realistic. It was so cool, like, how they just put this whole entire thing together. Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie to you. He was looking real nice. They also had a metal shop as well, but look at the sculpture, look at the wood shavings on the ground. The details blew my mind. This drawing was so sad. The doors were definitely as big as I imagined them to be. These pots were beautiful, but just so ginormous. Like, for what? But anyways, that was the tour. Hope you enjoyed. Sorry, this was a little bit everywhere. But
so this is called a tamarisk tree, and Abraham planted one in the book of Genesis. Well, why would you want to plant a tamarisk tree? And this is going to sound weird, but if you taste it, you'll notice it tastes very salty. Now, what does salt do? It pulls moisture from the air. So when you're out here in the hot Israeli sun, the tamarisk tree acts as a natural air conditioning, wicking the moisture out of the air and dropping the temperature as a result.
Boy, do I feel like crap. Even though I look gorge, I do not feel good on the inside.